Stock tune did really well actually on this car. It made 317 horsepower and 260 torque. Just to go over the mods, it's a 2014 370 with test pipes, Z1 intakes, and NVIDIA catback. After retuning it, the power increased to 326, so only 9 horsepower peak. The main reason why the peak gains are pretty low is the stock computer was already putting out quite a bit of ignition timing already. The weather is cool and it wasn't detecting any knocks, so I was able to put out pretty much similar ignition timing to what a fully tuned car would put out. The rest of the gains from tuning the car were actually just dialing in the air-fuel ratio and the cam phasing to make sure that the car is making as much power as possible at every RPM. You'll see right here, right around 6,500 RPM, the power actually starts to peak earlier and it holds on longer through the top end, and that's all just tuning the cam timing and making sure that the engine is getting enough overlap to suck in as much air as possible, and relying on the exhaust that it has to scavenge it and push it out. So right here I highlighted the area where he picked up the most power. He picked up 18 wheel horsepower right here. So this is actually a very noticeable increase in this area, and the power stays pretty much flat all the way to 7,800 RPM. So you'll see the peak power is 326, which is pretty much right there. That RPM is at 7,200, and then 7,800 RPM, it's making 317. So 9 horsepower loss from where it makes peak power all the way to the rev limit. So it's actually really good. This car's got some considerable restrictions still because it's got an NVIDIA catback on it. It'd make about 10 more with a single. I mean, still really good numbers. These gains are pretty much typical if the car isn't seeing any crazy like false amount of knock or anything like that in good weather. So that concludes the tuning session for him, and no complaints about the car. It's healthy, it doesn't do any weird shit, so it's working nice.
Nice. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
What do you even have from Megan Racing on here?
The Y pipe.
Oh. That's not a big deal, but fuck, man.
It came with it. I figured I'd use it.
I got a Megan Y pipe on mine too.
Yeah, the track's not fun because basically what I have to do is just like launch it and see if it'll spin before I actually race.
I mean, the car is going to spin. The thing about spinning is it's not that big of a deal. I mean, unless you have like really sticky tires, like the way the suspension is set up on the 370 is it's not really great for drag racing.
Yeah.
So you're going to be dealing with traction issues even at low power. You get tires, I think the burnout mode will help you a little bit, but it's really marginal. You get like some R888s. R888s will look up all the time.
Yeah. He's gonna do a burnout my car to make sure it works. Well, good thing those tires are cheap. Just don't be surprised if it spins the tires a little bit. Go ahead and go to 40 miles an hour. Put it in second. Give it a hit.
Oh yeah.
How's that feel?
That feels good.
You feel it climb more into the top end now?
Yeah, I can definitely feel it. Just the drivability too, like as you're kind of like searching for you know, the right hit point, you know, it feels like way more smooth than it was before, which is kind of interesting. Like, it feels like drivability is just a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for, just cleaner.
Friendly?
Yeah, yeah.
Put it in first.
Put it in first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now hit it.
See, it's that 2.3 that fucks me up.
I get to drive Justin's Nismo.
How's it going?
Everyone knows I kind of suck at stick, but I'm gonna try to make it work.
What's up?
How'd it go?
He needs a driver mod bad.
I need a driver mod.
But when we got when we got one clean run, like the Chris was barely inching out.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, but I mean I figured that because he has your intakes, so
Oh, he's got long tube headers also.
yeah.
I missed one shift.
What RPM are you shifting at?
I can't even recall. It was the 2.3. It was the 2.3, like I was talking about.
Yeah, the short throw shifter doesn't make it easier for that.
Yeah.
You gotta be on point. It's all good though.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yep, yep.
All right, man. Enjoy the car.
See ya.
Yeah, it's my first time with a short throw shifter myself.
Yeah.
Gosh, that feels so weird. How'd that feel?
It felt good. You still need to check out the brakes though.
I'll do it up here.
Yeah.
So how hard do you push it? Like half pedal?
Just go for it, man.
Oh gosh.
Just be ready.
I'll put it in neutral. I'm scared. I'm so scared. I don't know if I'll fully stomp on it right now. Oh my gosh.
Dude, that's still nothing.
I know, I figured that.
Yeah.
Gosh, that car looks so good in the mirror.
I love the suspension on this car, and I love the brakes, and now I love the tune. So it's like,
Yeah. I wish I could have tested out the suspension more. There's too many people.
yeah.
Oh, that's what he meant. Okay, I see. I did it right that time.
Yeah, you definitely got it.
I think that's what I like stared at the 8 and like waited for the needle to be like right there, and if I would have done like maybe, I don't even know, half a millisecond,
Yeah.
it would have been perfect. It was like, it was in between like redlining and shifting when I did that.
I thought it was great.
Yeah. Do a little 40. I forgot I have it on map 1, not map 2. I was trying to do the flames.
Oh, nice.
I'll do a better pull over there. Once it gets hotter, it does better.
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
Oh, it felt good. Like, definitely like the shifts between, man. I can see
Yeah.
why automatics dominate.
How it nudges you forward. I still gotta work on the timing. Moncef said I need to. He said I'm not revving it out long enough.